All right, good morning, traders. Let's see what we got on this wonderful Friday. Let's see, VCNX flagging a little bit here. Give that a few minutes there. Top slowly climbing. PIHO's my swing. Still kind of doing its thing. Ooh. TAOP. Great Bay Capital Investments blockchain deployment. I'm gonna get in here, this 850 area, to see if this is gonna break this U shape and really start going. But this is a nice U shape if it can break out here. And it's starting to break. Let's see if it breaks over 9 here. Testing 9 now. Getting hung up. A little pullback there. This is TAOP. But it did not break out there, so this could get a little sketchy. And you see buying volume come and push us back up to 9. I'd like to see 850 start holding that support. So 850 trying to hold. Have 30 seconds on this 2-minute candle. Really want to see it close above 850. We are starting to get a few bids stacking at 850, so that's a decent sign. Oh, they just got taken out. And it's cracking a little bit here. We don't want it to drop much more. This is looking a little rough at the moment. It's getting rejected really hard at that $9 mark at the U shape. See, we got pretty good support at $8, so $8 needs to hold up here. See, right there's the previous resistance. This is very low float, so it can move very fast in any direction. There we go. $8 really needs to hold up here. It needs to get off of this $8 area. Real close to cracking here. Let's see, $8 just cracked. Let's see if it comes right back up or not. Let's see if buyers push us back up. If they don't, I got to get out of here. Ugh. That was a very strong rejection at $8. Or a very strong rejection at $9, I should say. Good morning, Orlando. Got 30 seconds on this candle to close. Really want to see this candle close back above 8. Yeah, okay, they're just trying to get back above 8. Needs to hold. If it can hold 8, then we can get that curl back up. But if it can't hold 8 here, it's going to be really sketchy. Nice, nice, Orlando. Good job, buddy. So now we want this to push up back over 820 so we can keep that curl going. We do not want this to crack below 8. This candle absolutely does not need to crack below 8. Trying to give it a chance to see if it's going to come back up and test. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Scalping works, especially on a Friday and a mixed market. I should have probably scalped this and took the profit there at the resistance. But I did not expect it to get rejected this hard. I was expecting it to hold up that 850 area. See, we need to start coming back up. We need to stop going down. If this candle doesn't push back up, there we go. We got some nice buyers at 8. And they just got taken out. Need 8 to hold support here. Tested it 3 candles in a row. If it can hold up this time, and we should start to curl back up. I said we kind of want to see it get back over 820. See, resistance at 820. There we go. Okay, so this is what we want to see. We want to see it start to curl back around. We're getting a nice little curl now. PLTR. Oof, I do not like that. Don't want that being squished back down like that. Let me see how this candle closes, and then I'll go check out PLTR. Good morning, Jamie. And that's not good. This does not need to be cracking 8. Trying to hold that. Still trying to hold 8. Okay, so let's check out PLTR and see what's going on with it. Let this work itself out and see if it's going to continue this U shape or not. PLTR. Got a trend line, so you can just play this trend line. At the moment, it's a little ways off the trend line, so it could pull back. But yeah, it's definitely got some potential. VCNX. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, this was on my watch list. I had that little, there was a little triangle there that it kind of dropped out of for a second. Well, not really. It's kind of a weird move. There was a triangle there starting to form, but it ended up making this weird move. But yeah, it's broke up to the upside now. Going right in the 940 as the high a day. Damn, TOP, get off of this $8. If this does not push up back into that 850 range here soon, this is going to crack off. We got to keep moving up towards that $9 area. We don't want to be going sideways like this is starting to go. This candle really needs to come up quite a bit. And right there's our current downtrend, so we need to break over that downtrend. We need a candle to break over this downtrend and hold. So a little bit of selling at 825. See, they got taken out. We'll selling at 830. They got taken out. There we go. That's what we want to see. Let's see, 850. Can 850 get taken out? There we go, 850 getting taken out. This candle closes over 850. That'll be very nice. And it's going to. Yeah, very nice close. So now okay, I gotta take my stop loss off because we're getting close to breaking 9 here. Another U shape. Let's see if it can break 9. There we go, 850 starting to hold as support. That's what we want to see. That 9 is really tough, but if it breaks over 9, it's probably going to run to at least 10 and maybe even 11. Yeah, this is another nice little U shape. If this can break here, this will be off to the races. And we're testing 9 right now. Getting real close to breaking out. See the increase in volume? Volume's increasing on the volume bars. Let's see if it keeps coming. There we go. Now we're breaking over 9. Very nice. See if it starts to get real crazy or not. Oh, looks like we may get real crazy. Very nice, up to 940. This candle's fixing to close. Let's see, what is it? Is 940 some resistance? No. We want to hold above 9 now. We want 9 to start holding that support. And there are buyers coming in there trying to hold up 9. $9.40 shouldn't be resistance. I don't see anything to indicate that $9.40 would be resistance. So should be able to get, yeah, there we go. Now we're getting right through that. 950 is natural resistance. It did get hung up there. Let's give it a second, see if it's gonna try to test 950 again. Yeah, there it goes. And breaking through 950. Let's see if we get to $10. Show me the frisk. Let's get to $10. Come on. Come on, TAOP. Show me the frisk. 950 still holding up. And we just broke through it again. So we broke through it twice now, but we're not holding over it. A little rejection there at 950, pulling back down to 9. But we did just run from $8 up to 950, so that was a $1.50 move. We're having some profit taken in this area. As long as it holds above 9, we should be good to go, though. So we want this candle to push up. If this candle starts to curl down right here, then that's not going to be a good thing. And it's starting to curl down a little bit. Let's see if 9 can hold here as support. We do have, I'm going to go ahead and remove this $8. We do have a nice little uptrend forming. The trend line is all the way back down at $8. Really don't want to see it go all the way back down to $8 though. Actually, the trend line's at 8.20. But so far, $9 is trying to hold up. See, if this candle turns green and starts pushing up, then this will rip. See if buying volume keeps coming in here. Especially if it breaks over 950. This candle can break over 950. This is going to rip. And couldn't quite get up there. So still a little bit of profit taken right now. $9 is still holding that support. $9 can continue to hold. New buyers will start to come in. They'll feel safe to jump in here. Nine cracking a little bit there. And the 880 should be good support. Well, just cracked right through 880. I was about to say 880 should be some good support because it was resistance right through here. So that 880 area should hold up. Worst case, that support. If it doesn't, that could be pretty sketchy. But we got the uptrend at 837. We got that 880 area that should be some support. $9 should be some support. It's got to get back above there. We may be making another little U shape here. Come on, get back above 9. There you go. See, it did come close to the trend line, so buyers could start to push it up. Let's see here. Well, we really need to stop going below 9. The 9 needs to hold up. And it's trying to, but we got to stop. We don't want to be continually testing support. We want to be testing resistance. If we keep testing this $9 support, then I may just lock this out because it's getting real sketchy. The fact it keeps failing to hold $9. And it absolutely needs to hold this 885 area. Come on, break back above 9 again. Get back above there. You're right there at it. And a little bit of selling at 9. We don't want 9 to be resistance again. Getting a little weak here. Let's see if buyers push us back up. Okay, we're coming back down to the trend line. So $9 still could not hold. And we're back down to the trend line. So let's see if it bounces off the trend line here. 850 needs to hold up. So see, this candle right here needs to start pushing back up. This candle absolutely cannot start dropping. Gotta stop testing right here. We need to see a lot more bids stacking at 850. This is getting real close to cracking here. Oof. This needs to come back up right now. If this keeps cracking, this is going to be done with. 8 is that last line of support. And I may have held this too long. Trying to give it a chance to come back up. Needs to push back up right now on this candle. Needs to get back above 850. Let's see this on the 5-minute. And it cracked the trend line on the 5-minute as well. Ooh, big buyer just came in at 820. 62,000 shares. There he is right now. He's still got 42,000 in there. We do not want him to get taken out. If there's enough selling to take out that many shares at 820, then that would be a problem. There we go. We're starting to push back up. Nice Ron. Sounds like a couple of you were playing VCNX and making some decent profits. So good job to anybody who did that. No, we don't want this to come back down to 8 again. This needs to stay above. It needs to push back above 850 here soon. There's that big sell. There's that big buyer. He's still holding up so far. Need him to stay in there. If he gets taken out, that's going to make all the other buyers real uncomfortable. The market seems to be pretty hot today. We need to break this downtrend as well. This downtrend. I don't know. It's looking pretty rough here. It may crack out if this candle doesn't start pushing back up. That big buyer got taken out. If this candle here drops below that 795 area, then this is definitely going to be done. Real close to cracking here. Buyers are trying to hold $8 support, but if we keep on testing the support, they're going to get tired. That is not what we want. We want it to get off of this bottom support at $8. Oh, we may start cracking here. Eight still trying to hold up. Ooh. This is getting real sketchy. This candle's got to push back above 8. If this candle does not push back above 8, that's it. See, there's still a lot of red coming through on the time and sales. A lot of selling here. That's what I was saying. If buyers will get tired of trying to hold up the support if they keep having to fight to hold it up. And we really want this candle to close over 810 or 825. You see 810 acting as some resistance. Yeah, see, we need to get through that. We do not want to get held up at 810. Okay, there we go. Through 810, back up to 820. Need to get through 820 as well. See a little bit of selling there at 820. This candle's fixing to close in 10 seconds. It needs to close over 810. That is not. We don't want this to push down. It needs to stay above 8. It was not the best close. And we'll see. Let's see if Biden comes in here and pushes it up. Need to break this downtrend of selling. This downtrend of selling is going to continue, so it looks like it may try to come up and hit that 825. If it doesn't break 825, then it will have a very big probability of dropping. Getting pushed back down to 8 again, and 8 just got taken out. The bids need to stack here. Got to get off this $8. We got to stop testing that. This is very close to cracking. This needs to get back over 8 right now. Testing that bottom 780. Bottom 780 support again. See, 8 starting to hold up as resistance. That's not good. That is not good at all. This needs to get back above 8. That can't be holding up as resistance, or this is kaput. Let's see how we look on the 5-minute. Yeah, it started showing me the frisk, and then it said nope, no more frisk. And I'm trying to give it a chance for buyers to come back in here, but it just keeps getting weaker and weaker. I'm about to have to get out if it doesn't come back up over 8 here in the next minute. So you're starting to test that 780 support. Yeah, we just made a new low, so that's not good. I'm gonna give it just a little bit more time. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put a stop loss in right under those two candle wicks. Try to give it a shot to come back up. But it's not looking good. Looks like I messed up again and should have locked in profits. But you look at the SPY's going sideways. That should have been a good indicator that gotta lock in the profits when you got them, because it's not a day for big runners. Yeah, VCNX went on a nice little move. My swing trade's still going around 4. See TOPS slowly coming up. PLTR still climbing. You see it's trying to push back up. Got some selling at 790. We've had a lot of selling through here. Buyers have almost given up on this play, but if they continue to hold, let's see. We did just open up above the downtrend, so if this can get back above 8, it may be able to keep going. There was just not a lot of resistance in this area. Yes, see the 940 was kind of resistance there. But looking back at the max chart, there's no resistance or anything. That's why I was really expecting it to run a little bit more than it is. Let's see, where's that at? 487. There's some resistance on this max chart at 950. And still, it doesn't seem like it should have been that much resistance. Whoops. So you can see it's trying to get back above 8 here. Still some selling right under 8. And just like that, I'm locked out. I got stopped out. Big quick drop there. Yeah, that's just got too greedy, I guess. That's unfortunate. Oh, come on. Are you really gonna do that? If this comes back up right here and it just dropped down there just to stop me out. Well, this loss puts me about break even on the week after the win yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I got to lock in profits, you know. That's what I say all the time is lock in your profits when you got them. But I don't always listen to my own advice. So I just really thought it had more in it than just hitting 950 and coming back down. I mean, this is two nice patterns. I mean, you got the little original first U shape that I got in, and then you got even better U shape, and it just got hung up right there. I figured it'd at least come up to 10 right there at the bottom of this candle wick, but I figured wrong. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's easy to say lock it in, but that discipline, you gotta have that discipline. Be able to lock out when you're up in profit. That's what I constantly say. That is my biggest struggle is being disciplined. Cause I'll analyze and be like, okay, this could go to 10. And like this one, I was pretty convinced that it was gonna go to $10, but it didn't. Buying starting to come back in this a little bit. Yeah, it's about to get back over 8. You dirty, dirty stop loss. See, a lot of times, this is why I use market orders for my stop losses because every once in a while you'll get one little damn candle wick that drops down and stops you out and then comes right back up. Now, this could still sell off, but it was getting close to testing that $8 mark. Oh well. Well, actually, because of my swing trade right now, I'm actually green on the week. I'm actually up $6 on the week. So if this can hold, it's gonna hold up. I don't know if I'm gonna swing this over the weekend or not. I haven't decided yet. It's trying to hold that above that 200-day moving average. So we'll see what it does the rest of the day. Let's look at VCNX. VCNX has this downtrend right at the moment. Pretty ugly though. I mean, you see this curl, this U-shaped curl there, reverse U-shape, and then starting to sell off. My thoughts on PLTR as far as what? It was making a nice move. Like I said earlier, there's a trend line. You can play that trend line there. But it's quite a ways off the trend line, so it's at 28.50 now. It's going to run into resistance at 30. At that 9 EMA. Yeah, that's going to be, for it to get back over 30 is going to be pretty tough. Because not only do you have the 9 EMA there, you also have this past chart resistance as well. So, I mean, it's got room up to 30, but I don't know if it could break over 30 or not today. And then overall, too, the other thing you gotta look at is on the chart up here, it is in this downtrend. I mean, overall, it's in an uptrend. Well, let's see, actually. No, no, it's not. See, it was an uptrend and it cracked right there and dropped below. So it's below the trend line, and below the downtrend. It's got a little maneuvering to go before it can get in shape. But I think that was pretty much all my funds. Yeah, it was. So that one trade. I'm gonna have to meditate over the weekend and rediscipline my brain to not be stupid and lock out profits when I have them. Because if I remember correctly, I believe I've been in the green almost. Yeah, I think I've been in the green on every single trade this week. Is anybody? Maybe there was one where I was never in the green on it, but I think just about every single trade this week I've been in the green, and then I didn't lock in profits on some of them and took losses. So the kind of good thing is I got that win yesterday to kind of balance out some of the losses. But this could have been a green week if I'd have stuck to. Oh yeah, the U shape. Oh yeah, the U shape fell. Yeah, yeah. I'd be really green if I was sticking to my. If I stayed disciplined and locked in profits. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on it in my brain over the weekend. Try to get that back drilled in my head, lock in profits. I should tattoo it on my forehead. Just lock in. Well, no, that ain't gonna help me because I can't see my forehead. So VCNX actually. Now I'm looking at it. Let's see here. It's just got a. Yeah, you got a nice trend line there on VCNX. See, it moved a couple of dollars. I'm gonna grab 3 shares. Well, no, I'm thinking about grabbing 3 shares of this if it holds up its trend line right here. I can make a little profit on something else. I'll feel a little bit better about my stupid losses. See if we got any more. Ooh, LODE went on a nice run. Big break out there. Look at that. Big old U-shaped break. That's interesting. That looks like garbage. So, CASA, CASA here with a possible. It's kind of an ugly U shape, but that's a possibility. That was the one I won on yesterday. See, what's the SPY doing? Still going sideways. Sideways SPY. VCNX is done. That cracked the trend line, so that's probably going to continue to sell off. TAOP still trying to hold that $8 area. FORW. This is kind of interesting. If it can break $2, volume's a little light on it right now. It's got to run into a lot of resistance ahead, though. You got resistance for sure at 2, and then you got resistance at very strong resistance at 235. But this pretty low float. If it got big volume, it could move. Still looking a little sketchy. Let's see what we got with Cat B. Interesting. Very interesting. So we got this big triangle here on CATB. Put CATB on the watch list for a second. See TLPS not doing anything at the moment. See Watt's coming back up, it looks like. Where do we go back to Watt? So those are previous resistance lines that I had drawn. And you can see that's where that's held up at. Not a lot of volume on CATB at the moment, so volume doesn't come in, it's not really going to do anything, but this is a nice triangle. But we are right in the tip. Oh, now volume's starting to come in. A little bit of buying. I'm going to go here. Let's see, starting to pop out of this triangle. Let's see if we can get past 360, make a new high a day. Yeah, that, ooh, lot of sellers at 361. Oh, there it goes. Took out all them sellers. New high at 362. 363. There we go. It's starting to pop. See if And very nice. Up to 370. Let's see if buying volume keeps coming in. This is just a little buying volume. This ain't even that much buying volume on this volume bar. You look at that. That's 150,000 in buying volume. So if we got like, see, this one's what? This one's almost 1 million on this volume bar. If we got 1 million candle, then you see how big the candle is. And it's starting to come back down a little bit. Not much buying volume really coming in on it. Had a little bit of buying to push it out of the triangle. Bunch of sellers coming in at 360. Oh, see our uptrends like right there. Needs to get back through 360 here if it's going to break out some more. 360 needs to stop holding as resistance. There we go. So it did break back through 360. Selling at 365. That just got taken out. See if it can push through 370 here. Getting close to it. No, I mean, this probably is not going to run super hard or anything. See some resistance at 367. Actually, 375. But I basically got in here with this little bit of money just to try to get a mental win. So I'm gonna get up to 375. It hits 375. I'm gonna lock it out there as a little mental win. A lot of selling still at 370. Buying volume is starting to pick up a little bit on the stock though. 370 almost taken out. And it's starting to look like it's curling over. So this candle doesn't break over 370 here in the next second or two. This could sell off back down to this trend line. There we go. Now it's starting to pop over 370. So let's see what looks like at 375. You can see a lot of sellers sitting at 374. See if it can get through 375 here. If it can't, I'm going to lock out. It looks like it's going to get through 375. There's only one. There it goes, yeah. Ooh, very nice. All the way up to 383. I'm going to lock it out. It's a little mental win. There we go. So, little mental win to make myself feel just a little bit better. Help with my confidence and all that. But yeah, this is a nice triangle breakout. Beautiful triangle breakout. And when you make a stupid mistake, if you can come back in and get a nice little win to help your confidence and all that, then that's a good thing. And being green is a good thing anyway. I mean, $2 is it's not a big humongous win or anything. I didn't have much funds left. So like I said, this was pretty much strictly a win just for my mentality, to prove to myself that I can be disciplined and lock out profits when I get them. And day trading is very mental. It is very, very mental. There's so much stress and stuff you're putting on your brain all the time, and you have to be disciplined, and you got to be watching all the numbers and the candles and stuff. So it can be mentally draining, and when you take a loss that shouldn't have been a loss, like I did on TAOP, getting that little mental win makes me feel just a little bit better. Cause you can beat yourself up. I used to do it quite a bit. I beat myself up. I'd take a loss and just be down like, oh, God, I just suck at day trading. I'm terrible. Look at that. I locked that out right at the top of that profit too. So, or not profit. Well, I mean it was profit, but I locked it out right at the top of the little pop out of that triangle there. So that shows some discipline. But like I was saying, you don't want to get down on yourself when you take a loss. If you make a mistake, I mean, there's times when you might take a loss and it's not actually your fault. Like if something funky happens with Thinkorswim or whatever. But when you know it's your fault that you took a loss, like on TAOP today, and like on there was another, I don't know, there's like three or four trades this week that I made where I was up in profit and didn't lock in. So when you have those, you want to be able to get back on the horse and keep your confidence up. But we are not perfect. Human beings are not perfect. None of us are perfect. So no matter how many years of experience you have, you're still prone to make mistakes. As I have 6 years of experience in the stock market, and you guys have seen this week me in a tug of war with my brain on locking in profits. I have a horse. I don't know what you mean by that. Looking around to see if there's any other possible plays, but I am out of funds. LODE may be a possible play. Let's see. CASA. This could be one to keep an eye on for a little while today, too, if it can break up over that resistance area where it's gotten hung up at twice. That kind of 1175 area. That could be a possible play. FRX got a trend line. Play that trend line. Well, it looks like it's actually going to crack this trend line. Yeah, it's probably going to crack there, so probably wouldn't be one to play. Now the SPY. SPY still going sideways. So the SPY is going sideways. You can see VIX selling off right now in this strong downtrend, this inverse I might have to make a correction to my video. I thought VIX was an inverse ETF. This is actually a market volatility index, which is different. Let's see. Let me see the analyze. Yeah, that's the volatility index. I'm going to have to correct that on that video that I just put out last night. I mean, it still acts like the SPY, or the inverse. It acts like an inverse ETF. You can see here's the SPY, and you look at VIX, it's the inverse of it. But when you have an inverse like this that is a volatility index or a volatility ETN, then it can get a little weird when there's a lot of volatility. Okay, so that's what I used VIX as an example last night, and I got it confused with VXX. VXX is a short, that's an ETN as well. That's not an ETF either. Huh. Well, they're inverses. They tend to move when the SPY. Okay, here we go. SPDN. This one is an ETF, so this is probably the one I should have used as an example instead of VIX and VXX. Yeah, see, ETF. This is a bear ETF, daily S&P 500 bear. So that is a short ETF, and you can see the same thing. But that's something when you're trading ETFs to be aware of, because there are like VXX is a what did I say this was? What was this one? Yeah, this one was an ETN. So looks like the same pattern. VIX is a volatility index, looks almost like the same pattern as well. And then LABD is actually a inverse ETF. So I'll make that correction in the description in the comments. But as you can see, all three of those look the same, but they're not exactly the same. See, VIX has these pops up And that's because the volatility. When there's volatility mixed into an index or an ETN, if the market gets real volatile, whether it's going up or down, this can make some random it can make some random moves. That volatility is like, it's kind of like throwing a fork. Oh yeah, I gotta get back on the horse. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of ETFs that are tied to, that are sector specific. So that's what I was saying in that video last night. You can play the inverse ETFs of specific sectors. If you think a sector is going to crash, like oil or whatever, you can find a bear ETF where they're going short. So I just noticed that the VIX and VXX are not actually ETFs technically. But they do operate pretty similarly to those inverse ETFs. Just the volatility ones are going to be a little bit sketchier. Now look at here, PLTR may make me look like an asshole. It may try to break over 30 today, all the way up to 29.50 so far. At $30 is a lot of resistance, though. I'll be pretty surprised if it breaks that today. I think it can break it, but I don't think it'll be until next week. But I very well could be wrong. Ooh, let's see. CATB may try to break out again. Still got the uptrend going on it. If it does break out again, it's going to run into 413, 415 as resistance at 200 day. And 200 day is going to be super tough. You can see this ripped really big there, but it pushed all the way back down under that 200. And it could do that again. It could pop above the 200 and then get pushed back down, but just know that 200 day is going to be really tough. ICD with a nice little this is actually pretty interesting looking on the daily. Yeah, you do get more tax benefits from ETFs as well. There's a lot of pros and cons to ETFs. The video I did last night was more on day trading the ETFs than the long-term benefits, but I touched on some of the long-term benefits in that video. Like being able to buy into basket stocks, a basket of stocks that you may not be able to afford, like Google or Amazon. You can still get a piece of those by buying a ETF that has those stocks in it. TLP still selling off. PIHO or PHIO. You better calm down. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sell this today. So I just don't know if I want to hold it over the weekend. Well, I don't know. It depends on what it does. If it gets back over $4 today, I'll probably hold it over the weekend, because once it starts getting some pretty good PR or something, I mean, this thing doesn't have any resistance up to $7, so I'll hold on to it for now. But alright guys, if you got any questions, suggestions, or ideas, get those in. We'll give the stream about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes here, depending on how many questions everybody has. But it is Friday, so be aware that Friday's volume can slowly die off for the rest of the day. So just be aware of that. CAN, isn't that a pot stock? Oh no, it's not a pot stock. That's a Bitcoin stock. Let me add that to my crypto list of stocks. Boy, Riot and Mara, man. If you don't want to invest in cryptos when cryptos start running, like I wouldn't do this now, but when they have a pullback eventually, Riot and Mara follow right along with Bitcoin. So you can see Bitcoin's been running since about December, and so has Riot, and so has Mara. It's massive moves. How's the pot stocks doing today? The pot stocks is taking a little bit of time to rebound after that big sell-off they all had. Yeah, you can see they all look pretty similar. As far as their patterns. But overall, they're still on uptrends. AMRS's. AMRS. Huh. It's not a... Is this a pot stock? Oh yeah, okay. So they do have some pot stuff going on. VFF, Cresco. So yeah, the pot stocks are starting to rebound after that couple of days of selling off there. What the hell's what I have VIX on my pot stock watch list? Get that out of here. Up, look at there. PLTR got rejected hard at that $30 area. Oh, PHIO, you're selling off on me. Don't sell off. So TOPS maybe want to keep an eye on the rest of the day. It's Got resistance at 310. Getting a possible U shape on EOLS. They settled some type of litigation, which is a good thing, but I don't know why they were getting sued in the first place. Looking at the max chart, this is pretty low float. Looking at the max chart, if it breaks over $15, it's got quite a bit of room to move. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on. May even be a possible swing trade. Let's see where this downtrend. Yeah, so it's broke over the downtrend. Maybe an interesting one to keep on watch as a swing. Where's the? I just want to move the drawing. That's all I want to do. There you go. So let's see when this litigation come out. It started dropping 429. So let's look back and see. Oh, it won't let me go back that far, but let's see. Yeah, so in May they were in the litigation still. So yeah, that's probably what that big sell-off was. There is either here or there. I'm not sure which one. But the fact the stock was up in that $25-$40 range, and then it got a lawsuit, and now that lawsuit is over, it very easily could get back up into that $25 range. I'm going to add it on to my watch list. Could be an interesting swing. What looks like crap. TLPS slowly creeping up. Cat B with another triangle forming. So maybe some potential for another breakout there. EOLS is in this triangle here. Let's read about this press release. Let's see. Yeah, so the case is getting dismissed, and then you can see EOLS is getting allowed to continue to sell whatever that product is. So this could be a very interesting swing. They're having to pay royalty payments to those other companies, but the fact they're still getting allowed to sell it is pretty interesting. But it is getting held up. As you can see, it is getting held up at the downtrend right now. So, kind of want to, if you're thinking about swinging it, kind of want to watch it for today and see what it's going to do. Should be pretty good support at 1058 right there. I definitely want to keep an eye on. It looks like CATB is going to crack down out of this flag, so probably nothing there. It looks like it's getting real close to cracking. Well, alright guys, since there's no questions or anything, I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back Monday as long as there's no holidays. I don't think there is, but I hardly keep up with holidays, so I don't know. It could be. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there. Until next time.